How's it going, Sha?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little surprised at the cockiness of restaurants, yo.
What?
Like, yo, like the audacity of some of these places, yo. Like, I was at a place that I feel like is relatively like food, nice food,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I ordered something to go for Gabby. You know, I ordered her. It was a shrimp meat. It was what's that meat? What's it called? Where like when like it's like a rice based thing, but it's not rice. It has like a soup kind of texture.
Is it risotto?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. Right. It was special.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not culture shot. Okay.
No,
I'm trying out here.
I get
So
it.
I was trying to surprise Gabby. You know, she likes Brussels sprouts. I got to order her that. And I ordered her a shrimp risotto. Right. I show up and I'm hyping this shit up. So I'm like, yo, fancy spot, shrimp risotto.
Mm-hmm.
All was talking shit about this shrimp risotto being fire. And she opens up the thing and she said, oh, I can't eat this. And I was like, why not? And I'll open it, and for every shrimp that was in the risotto, they like showed me who they killed to give me that shrimp, and they left the face of that shrimp in the risotto. Like, I need to know his name
Right.
and like who I'm eating. And I'm like, yo, like this takes balls as a restaurant to not throw out the trash and include it in the meal you serving me. Like, that's part of my job now. Like, yo, listen, we don't even throw out the carcass no more. That's on you, okay? That's how good my shit is. I know you're going to deal with this, okay? We're going to put the whole body, the whole face of this dude, each one of them, like for every shrimp in the meal, there was a face looking me dead in my, and like, it wasn't like just the fact that it was the face shot. It's like that you could see the emotion of when they killed them. Like, you could see it in their eye that they didn't want to be edible shrimp. They were living life like perfectly fine, paying their bills, working, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That shrimp just bought a new route, you know.
Right.
He was out there hustling for his family, you know. He just became a plumber. He was in the union, you know. And they cut his head off, said, nah, now you're going in a risotto for this Dominican family, you know. And he was shocked, surprised at the news, you know, and threw him in the bowl with me. And they sent him out to my house and let me deal with that guilt. I see him. I see his, like, if he could have had a chain on.
Wow.
You know, like I could see his name, everything, you know. It's too personal.
Okay, and now again, I just want to reiterate: you got this from a fancy restaurant.
Yeah, like it was like not fancy, but like nicer than where I would normally eat. For sure.
Okay, so a big part of nicer restaurants is that you actually have to do more of the work. So they killed the shrimp and then they put it there, and then it means it's a whole shrimp. That's proof that it is shrimp and not just imitation crab meat put together in a shrimp form.
Okay.
And that it's high quality. You know, it's fresh because the whole face is on it. I'm not saying you should have expected everything, including the antenna in your shrimp risotto, but you kind of should have. I mean, there are some, you got to read like the menu and see, like, read the description. Don't just go by the title of the meal. Read the description. In the description, they'll tell you like, head on or something. They'll do some sort of weird little thing. They'll say something where you're like, wait a minute, do I have to kill this fish first? Like, yeah. So you went to a kind of a fancy place, and because of that, you had to finish their job.
Straight up, it was out of pocket.
Yeah, but you should have expected. You went to a nice place.
I didn't know.
You got shrimp risotto, for God's sakes.
But like, I thought it was going to be just the part I eat.
It's not like shrimp fried rice.
Yeah, that's exactly what it should be.
No, it's not.
It's stepped up. It's shrimp fried rice deluxe. That's
okay,
what shrimp
so
risotto
deluxe means with eyes.
That's the part I don't want. Why am I getting? I thought if anything, I thought it was gonna come with extra shrimp.
Oh wow!
Not extra
No,
parts
it's
of the
not going
shrimp.
to come with extra shrimp. I don't
It had less shrimp.
your kind of fancy is the same kind of fancy as the restaurant's kind of fancy.
Clearly. I have never in my life have I been eating food and thought, yo, you know what would make this better? Their like face. Like I want to see what I'm eating. Like that's why it's way too intimate. You know what I mean? I know like I don't want to. You know what happened to trust? Okay. All right. I believe you. Okay. You charging me this much for this risotto? I believe that you are really out there killing shrimp. But don't make me a part of this. You know what I mean? I don't want to be party. I don't want to do your dirty work. Okay. You get rid of this body. Okay. Don't put this on me. Don't put this in my plate. You know? Now I had to do that. Like I had to like look at the plate. I had to man up. I had to take the shrimp heads out.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what'd you do? Did you throw the whole thing away, or did you crack it and pull the meat out?
I threw everything touching the face. I threw out. I only ate the parts of the shrimp that looked like the shrimp I've seen my whole life. So like I kept the 3 little arm curls, and I threw out like 4 heads.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think there was like a curl that like kind of became part of the risotto.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but the 4 heads got rid of them.
Was it good?
Phenomenal. Would have been better if I didn't have to like deal with like these bodies. But yo, and I think that's part of why it tastes good, because like you did something for it, like you earned it. You went hunting.
Yes, you know? That's it. Ultimately, yeah, it's to let people whose hands are extremely soft feel like they've done something.
Real talk. I felt like it was the closest I felt like to like being out in the woods and like getting my own dinner. Like I was out here, like I saw my wife shriek. She's like, I'm not eating this. And I said, don't worry, Big Daddy got it.
Oh wow.
You know? And I went over there and I got rid of these carcasses.
Uh-huh.
I called my son over. I said, you gotta do one of these, you know what I mean? You gotta be a man. You know, and we threw out these like 2 to 3 foot long shrimp heads. You know, into the trash.
3 foot long shrimp. Waist high shrimp.
These shrimp could dunk, shot. Okay, all right. It was in last week's draft. Okay, they playing for the Knicks next year. Okay, biggest shrimp you ever seen in your life.
Oh boy!
And they put that whole head was in that box.
Only you would order size 8. Only you would order shrimp risotto, expecting it to be like shrimp fried rice.
It's. I felt like it was the same. The way they described it, it sounded like fancy shrimp fried rice. I feel like I'm right.
I guess it is. It's just y'all look at fancy in a different way.
Oh my God.
I mean, honestly, I'm a little surprised that they packed this up in a to-go package for you. Any place that still has the heads on shrimp, I feel like, are not like putting it in styrofoam for you. Risotto in plastic.
Yeah, nah. It was a discussion. I definitely know that. Like, it wasn't like a thing they do.
Yeah,
it was a thing
I'd imagine not.
Yeah, because like I felt like there was like a scuffle for like,
did you walk in this? Like asking for 6 wings fried hard, and let me get a small shrimp risotto.
Nah, because like
it was a bunch sauce. Like how are you going in there?
Nah, it was a bunch of comics. We were hanging out, and like one of the comics has like fancy tastes. So we went to a place they wanted to eat.
Oh,
and I was just having soda. And then they ordered like fancy stuff, and they said that was the special. And one of the comics said I had that earlier. It was fire.
Okay.
So I ordered that for Gabby on some like, yo, I get that to go. Let me wow Gabby with this, risotto. When I opened it, I didn't think that the tentacles of the lobsters and shrimp's face would be holding up the container for me. Like, don't worry about it. This risotto ain't crushed. My face got this. Like, it's crazy, Sha. You know what I mean? I'm like, at least shave them down. You know what I mean? Take them to the barbershop before you put them in my food.
Boy.
That shit was wild. Wild shot. I took out 4 shrimp heads. And then like I had to like change the topic and like represent it to Gabby so she could see it as new without the shrimp head reminder
What
in
a
the in
what a
the
loving
container.
husband you are.
You don't know, Shy. You don't know what I've been through, yo. Real talk. Like if I ever do a bid, this is the story I'm telling in jail.
Yeah,
like,
no,
yo, you don't
this
know.
will definitely.
I cleared out some bodies, yo. Real talk. 3 of them.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean?
gosh. Yeah. I can see where your fellow inmates would be like, yeah, all right, just don't talk to him. Like he has a whole thing about shrimp heads and risotto. I don't know what's going on with him, so we just let him stand over there and talk to himself. He also tells
Real talk.
stories. We don't know. We don't understand any of it.
Yo, straight up, yo, I was blown away by the confidence of that place to be like, yeah, this is so good that you are gonna deal with throwing away this carcass.
I
for
mean,
me.
I guess
not
so.
1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of them joints. Whole lot.
I mean, you did force them to pack it up. That's the other thing that I'm.
Listen, they gave me these like cardboard things that I like. They're not. That's the other thing. Like if I go to a Chinese takeout and they give me takeout, they put it in like a plastic container that like it could survive things.
Right.
You know, like you drop the Chinese food order, your food is still good.
Yes.
This takeout order was in like some cardboard like DIY project. Like I feel like I'm half convinced like this is the first time they've been asked to make this thing. Like nobody knew how to fold it to make it the right way.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only person that ordered takeout.
Yeah. You probably are. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that nobody there knew how to fucking fold that thing. They're like, he wants risotto to go. Like the idea of getting risotto to go is hilarious to me. You should have just had them serve you then and then walk out with it. You would have had
with the whole plate.
Just walk out with the whole plate. You know, that's better. That's better.
I tried. Okay, I tipped well.
Yeah, tip well and walk out with the whole plate. Once you're gone, they can't go after you. It's gone. Listen. Who's to say you didn't also bring that plate in your bag? Who's to say? I'm not. I don't want people to think that I am telling you to steal from restaurants. But I'm just saying, if you are the kind of person who orders risotto to go, get it to stay and then walk out yourself.
Yo, it even rhymes. It's supposed to be to go.
I don't think that's that's how they do that. And also,
risotto to go sounds like a thing.
I feel like a lesson to you is stop comparing everything to the Chinese food spot on the corner.
And they figured it out.
No, well, that's all they do. Do you ever see anyone eating in there?
No, not often.
They don't have any hard plates. So you totally got those mixed up.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's on me. I'll own that.
Oh
okay.
Man. Oh.
I'm just saying, don't put the heads in them joints. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for that.
That's true.
Nobody asked for that.
I understand that part for sure.
Let's get into the news. Okay. Lab grown meat doesn't involve slaughter. Maybe I should have gone to this place. Lab grown meat doesn't involve slaughter. Does it mean it's kosher or halal? USDA gave 2 brands, Good Meat and Upside Foods, the green light last week to start producing and selling lab-grown and or cultivated chicken in the U.S. But is that kosher, literally? The 2 companies tout their products as slaughter-free, raising a theological question. If meat doesn't come from a slaughtered animal, does it still need religious oversight to be considered kosher or halal? The dietary restrictions followed by some Muslims and Jews both hinge on ritual slaughter. So is it even from a religious and dietary perspective really meat? As it often is the case with religious matters, there are a number of opinions, and a lot comes down to which religious leaders you follow and your level of observance. Some see the ability to grow meat from cells as a radical departure from traditional ways of harvesting meats, so radical that it throws certain tenets out of the window. Others see it as requiring slightly different types of oversight.
Huh. I think no matter what, if I am going to eat chicken that's been grown in a lab, I'm gonna need somebody to pray on it. I don't care the religion. I'm gonna need somebody to have laid hands on that bird. Quotation, air quotes around bird. I'm gonna need somebody to minister to this bird, and then I may not even eat it.
I'm with you on this. Real talk, I want someone praying on all my foods, period.
Yeah, kinda. I
I want my potato chips halal. I definitely wanted that risotto to be halal.
That might have changed a few things. Maybe if someone had saged it first.
Those heads would have walked off on their own, and I'd have had a much better experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want everything prayed on. I'm with you. Kosher, halal, I want to see some of that on all my foods. I want it on my Snapples, on my Arizona. I want it on my ridges, my ruffles. It makes sense.
If you're growing meat in a lab, I can't think of a place that needs the Lord the most than the lab that's growing the chicken that you're going to serve me. Absolutely. Get Jesus in there.
Real talk.
Get all of them. Get Muhammad, get Thomas. I don't care. Whatever you call them. Get them all in there.
You rock with. Get LeBron, whatever king you pray
Beyonce, get everybody in there.
That would be fire if Beyonce started praying over meats and got like her own little like brand for that. You get like a little circle B over your food.
Perhaps.
Instead of like the trademark, you get like a Beyonce. That'd be ill. Real talk, Beyonce, look into that. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I'm eating any Beyonce blessed food. But someone needs to pray, unless it's been grown in a lab. I just need somebody with a viable religion to come through and just lay hands on this chicken for me, and then season it well.
Real talk. Yeah. One of the places was called Aleph Farms. That really bothered me because it was like, that's not real, Don't do that. Y'all getting wild out there.
Yeah, this is a bit much.
Real talk. Getting Chat GPT chicken.
Yeah.
That's not the one. In other news, Janitor heard annoying alarms and turned off a freezer, ruining 20 years of a school's research worth $1 million.
Oh my God.
University janitor who turned off a freezer after hearing multiple annoying alarms ruined more than 20 years of research, according to a lawsuit filed against his employer at the Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute in upstate New York. The janitor, who is not being sued in the lawsuit, was a contractor with Diego Cleaning Systems, who worked for several months in 2020 at the private research university in Troy. The school is seeking more than $1 million in damages and legal fees from Diego Cleaning Systems as a result of the incident. The lab's freezer contained over 20 years of research, including cell cultures and samples to which a small temperature fluctuation of 3 degrees would cause a catastrophic damage to the items. The college does not believe the janitor is at fault, but instead blames Diego Cleaning Systems for failing to properly train and supervise them. Defendant, by and through its negligent, careless, and or reckless supervision and control of the janitor, caused the damage to certain cell culture samples and or research in the lab, the university claims.
They're just suing the company because they can't sue the dude because the dude has no money. They mad at that man. They're mad at that man. Don't believe that they're like, oh, he just wasn't trained well. Nah. They mad at him.
Despite the alarm, Lakshmi, a professor and director of the school's Baruch 60 Center Biochemical Solar Energy Research facility, Lakeisha and her team determined that the cell samples would be safe until emergency repairs could be done on the freezer, which had an alarm that was going off as of December 14th, 2020. But because the temperatures were sticking between minus 78 and minus 82, they thought that the items would be safe despite the alarm going off constantly. But to prevent anyone from damaging the freezer until repairs could be done, they added a note that said the freezer is beeping as it is under repair. Please do not move or unplug it. No cleaning required in this area. You can press the alarm test mute button for 5 to 10 seconds if you would like to mute the sound, the warning read, according to the suit. But on September 17th, 3 days after the issue first began with the refrigerator, the janitor heard what he later called an annoying alarm. And according to the suit, in an apparent attempt to be helpful, he flipped the circuit breakers, which provided electricity to the freezer, mistakenly turning them from on to off, according to the lawsuit. It said the freezer's temperatures rose to minus 32 degrees Celsius.
Oh, boy.
Bang.
And the next day, research students found the freezer switched off. And despite attempts to preserve the research, a majority of the cultures were compromised, destroyed, and rendered unsalvageable, demolishing more than 20 years of research. Yeah, they mad at that dude.
No.
They left a note up. See, the company wasn't there to read the note. That dude was. And that dude didn't even go back there to read the note. He was just like, why does this keep beeping? Let me cut the power to it. Now, I mean, it is possible that this company did not teach him on how to, like, be aware in that kind of setting. Like, hey, you're going in a laboratory. You can't just go in there and cut power and all this other shit. You got to follow. They probably have things look at everything, all the signs in all the rooms. Like, look, they're going to have a lot of written notes. Just read them all.
Bro, talk, babe. Yo, I know that as a random landlord. Yo, you don't just be flipping circuit breakers, babe. You wildin'. Yo.
That's insane. Because I'm sure he didn't know which one. So he's just in there like, kick, kick, kick,
yo,
kick, kick. Like, nah, kid.
Yo, he probably messed up more shit. He was just waiting till the sound stopped.
Absolutely did. Yeah. Or he just turned them all off. And then
what did he just do it? Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, they mad at that man. He just doesn't have any money. So they gotta sue the company. And then the company will probably settle. And then they'll sue that man.
Oh man, yeah, I really hope like he brings it up during his next job interview.
He's gonna have to.
Finally, Elon Musk's mom won't let him cage fight Mark Zuckerberg. That's right. Last week, Twitter chairman and all-around bad man Elon Musk tweeted that he wanted to fight Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg in a cage fight, only for Mama Musk, for those of you that don't know, pulled the classic mom move and for some reason got involved. She doesn't want her precious baby to end up bruised and battered. Don't encourage this match, she posted online on Twitter. She quoted a tweet by podcaster Lex Friedman and wrote that she doesn't want them to encourage it with 2 angry emojis after Friedman said that the fight between the 2 billionaires would definitely be a fun plot twist in this simulation. She later tweeted that she had canceled the fight, yet had not informed his son or his intended opponent. She said, I haven't told them yet, but I will continue to say the fight is canceled just in case. Whether or not she actually has any authority remains to be seen. After saying that he wanted to fight, Musk wrote that he wanted to go full MMA and suggested a venue for the scrap, the Vegas Octagon. Zuckerberg later responded on his Instagram story by saying, send me a location, with the screenshot of the original tweet.
What? Can I just, if I may,
please,
can I just say that this is bullshit. The world is bullshit. If I can quote Fiona Apple, if I can paraphrase Fiona Apple, this world is bullshit. I don't like it. Stop the world. I want to get off.
Is your exit?
Yeah, I don't like this. This is what? No, that's no. Go away, both of you. Go away,
bro. It's all.
What are we doing? Like, I feel like I ask that every week. Just like, what are we doing? But I mean, you know, these two people, nobody likes them. Everyone's been pretty vocal about not liking them for a while. And I mean, sure, there are people who love them, but a lot of people don't like them. And so maybe they want to see the two of them fight. I want the two of them to set me free. I want them to release me from their clutches. I don't care if they fight. I just want to know nothing about it. And that's impossible because the ways that we find out any information about anything now are owned by these two nincompoops. And I just want to be free. That's all I want. I want to be free.
It's our big request.
I want to sit naked on my couch and not think about these two for just a few minutes while I play a puzzle game. You know, that's all I want. And I can't do it because they won't let me because they're everywhere. So I don't care what Elon's mom says. Let them fight to the death. And what I hope dies is their claws in my shoulders and my eyes as I look at their stupid apps over and over, trying to find happiness. That's what I want to die at the end of this cage match. Is my reliance on these idiots.
If you would like for evil Shalewa to get her way, you know? All you gotta do is like and subscribe to the show, baby. If you are an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't understand that what Shalewa wants would lead to the greater good, okay? Some people gotta go for things to improve sometimes. Yeah. Okay. At least it's only 2 people that none of us, want around anyway. Okay? 5 stars. Not only do you want Shalewa to get her way, you want us as the War Report to continue to record in the middle of the night and get more of Dark Shalewa takes. We don't get these when we record in the afternoon. You know what I mean?
No. Okay, I do see now how that might have been a little dark. Yeah. No. Now in retrospect. Yeah, I can see how that might look a little. Yeah. Okay.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Winnie Locke. Much appreciate you for the articles. With all that said, I am the admittedly slightly scared of my co-host. Gastor Almonte. With the first time demonstrating Thanos energy, Shalewa Sharpe. You know what I mean?
I gotta watch those movies, see what this Thanos is talking about.
This has been Coming for World Domination episode of the World Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.